Hello everyone and welcome to Borysyk's 2011 holiday adventure in Finland and Ukraine. Here I am on an Airbus A340 on the Hong Kong to Helsinki leg of a trip, and as I'm about to find out, I'll be spending a little bit longer at Helsinki than I expected. Anyway, hope you enjoy the video and speak to you guys soon. Bye bye. Well, this is Borysyk in Helsinki of all places. Missed my connecting flight to Kiev and consequently to Dnipropetrovsk, and after a bit of toing and froing with my good friends at Finnair, they kindly decided to place me in a hotel free of charge. And yeah, this is hardly actually the Radisson SAS or the Hilton or the Four Seasons, but what do you expect when you've basically got sort of like a nowhere to turn to? I'm bloody annoyed about it. Anyway, I'm spending 2 days in Finland, and I must say Helsinki is probably not the worst place in the world to be. So right now just proceeding to go and get some shopping done. My clothes stink like you wouldn't believe actually, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. Anyway, signing off from Finland. Well, here we are in Finland, Helsinki, and I've taken a few days off. Well, mainly because actually I missed my flight to Kiev, so I am now here in the centre of Helsinki, outside the main train station as we see here, and just having a bit of a visit around the place. Weather is absolutely horrendous, overcast, and looks pretty miserable, but otherwise not too bad. So I think it's time I do some shopping actually, and assuming I probably will get most of my stuff stolen in Ukraine, do some stocking up. Okay, I guess right now it is over and out for the moment from my start at Helsinki. Talk to you soon. Bye bye. Well, as always in Finland, you definitely end up near the ocean, and here I am just outside Helsinki, well in Helsinki actually, we're just near the harbour. Pretty miserable overcast day, but otherwise what do you expect? This is Northern Europe in autumn, so yes. Anyway, I am now just making the most of my 24 hours or so in Helsinki and looking to actually buy a property. I was actually going to buy something in Copenhagen, but well, this doesn't appear too bad either. We'll just turn around here, have a look, and you can actually see some very nice newly developed apartments being sold, going for around about 350 to 700,000 euro for 2 bedrooms. 3 bedrooms around about 650, 700 to just over a million, depending on a few things. So a bit pricey, but certainly doable. So we will see what happens. Anyway, just seeing now. No, I don't see any periscopes of Soviet spy subs. No, nothing there. Anyway, I'll be signing out for now and back shortly. Well, here we have the Emerald Princess, and it's been ages since I've been aboard this one, and my God, she's still as big as ever, just in Helsinki Harbour now, totally unexpected, but nice to say hello to an old friend here. So I think it might be another 5 years before I actually have time to get on her, but it should be very interesting for the people who are lucky enough to sail on her right now. So, wow, bit of an unexpected surprise here. Borys signing off. And here we are in one of the better parts of Finland. This is actually the consular, or the embassy type of section here. The Italian consulate is just a little bit further on there, and we have a few other ones just around. Overall, not a very bad place, I must say, actually. Very tempting, there we are, very tempting to actually just go ahead and buy something small here, and just have a little bit of a neck of the woods to get away from it all whenever I'm up in Scandinavia. Prices are pretty reasonable considering, and yeah, look, it's overall a very lovely little town. It's quiet, tidy, safe. Things are actually quite friendly and nice, and a few of them still think that kangaroos are big enough to buy and ride around like horses, but okay. But yeah, look, overall a very nice 2-day stop over here, so I'll just continue on back towards the city centre and probably grab some lunch. Signing out, have fun! And here we are at the Helsinki port, 2 ships in dock, and overall in the distance you can just see one of the very orthodox looking churches we have here. I'm just going to go and check that one out a bit. Of course Helsinki is, let's There's a lot of Russian influence here. I can certainly see a lot of Cyrillic script all over, and the charming taxi driver I had was a young student from St. Petersburg, basically graduate in commerce and law, and driving taxis in Helsinki, which I guess pays better than law in Russia, unless you happen to be very well connected. Anyway, looks quite promising, I must say, so here I go again. And here we have another view of Helsinki, just in the harbour. I'll definitely have a look at that church there in the distance. And that one. And this one. Well, you'd never get this in Australia. I have to admit, full marks to the Finns. They hunt and they kill animals, and look at the fur here. I've just got to get something, but I might have to just check out the immigration and customs laws actually for Australia to see if this will be allowed back into the country. And actually, Ukraine could also be an interesting bet. It might be a few presents for people. But yeah, but here we go, off to this remarkable looking church. And this is what happens when you forget to turn off your video recorder. I'm just basically making my way down to the central part of Helsinki, which is a little bit more of a tourist area. Just going to one of the very nice churches, and here we have the very nice sidewalk of Helsinki. It's very much a mix of cobblestone streets, which is a little bit like Lviv. But yeah, it's certainly got a Scandinavian type charm and feel to it. It is a very small city compared to somewhere like Kiev or even Copenhagen, so you can pretty much see all of Helsinki within about 2 or 3 days. Again, it's a very nice place, very clean, very tidy, and people are fairly friendly actually, so yeah, not a bad place to spend a few days. I was a little bit annoyed initially about missing the flight to Kiev, but it was very nice to see Helsinki properly for once. I've stopped over in Helsinki for quite a few years now on my way through various parts of Northern Europe. This is the first time in maybe a number of years that I've had a chance to really explore the city beyond the airport. So I was quite happy in the end to actually see all of this. So right now I think I've almost corrected my mistake, and I'll just be taking you to another part of the video. Hope you're enjoying what you're seeing. Okay, here I am in a better part of Helsinki, and some of these boats here are certainly not the sort of thing you get by working for the APML Immerse group for a few years, or otherwise doing sort of like things by the norm. So this is certainly one of the better parts of Helsinki, and looks quite impressive, I must say. As I twirl around, you'll see sort of some of the nicer parts of the city, and yeah, we have a look around here. You'll just see some of the boats that people have strived very hard over the years to acquire, and I'll just be heading off back town to the city centre right now. So here we have it. God, I ought to sell drugs more often. Well, here we are, the tourist centre of Helsinki. Here we have the square, so I'll zoom in on that. And here we have lots of other tourists. I have to admit, there's quite a few Americans here, which, given the state of the US dollar, it's more than surprising. Actually, I don't think anyone can afford to leave the country right now. Yeah, okay. Sorry guys, don't worry, I'm sure Boeing is still sort of selling a hell of a lot of aircraft. Of course they are, basically sort of like involved in that. Yeah, very, very nice, very quaint, very European, of course. So, yeah, all I can say is impressive, actually. And I'll just flip this around, and there's me, hello me, and just take a bit of a panorama sweep around here, and I can say that I have, after 18 years, since I was last in Helsinki as opposed to Vantaa, have finally done the touristy thing here. That's great. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye bye. And just another view of central Helsinki. We'll just try and change things a little bit here and give you a bit of perspective. Yeah, hi, it's me again. Overall, this is a really nice place. It reminds me a fair bit of Copenhagen for obvious reasons. Yeah, prices are a little bit on the high side, actually. So it's unlikely I'll be doing too much shopping here. But yeah, a few things I think I might get very shortly. So otherwise, not bad. So here we have it. Helsinki? Yeah. I think I might sort of wouldn't mind spending a bit longer here. Bye-bye. Well, hello, it's Borys here saying hi to everyone out there. And yes, after all this time, I'm back in Ukraine with Chompy. There she is, actually. Hello. She looks pretty happy. There he is. So today I'm actually in Dnipropetrovsk, and I will be here, or based out of here, for a number of weeks. I'll be going over for a little bit of sightseeing and helping Chompy with her clients for a little bit, and just getting to know the other side of Ukraine as a base, as opposed to central Kiev. So here we are. I'll be signing in and out occasionally, and I'll be seeing all of you guys soon. Have fun. And here we have not me taking the video. There I am, fat, overweight me actually, but it is actually Oksana, Natalka's daughter, who is taking the video. And there she is, so desperate to be on the movies, but very much a gorgeous girl. Hello there, how are you, Oksana? So she's just basically learning how to use the video and taking various interesting shots of herself mainly. So and okay, well, sure it was a bit of fun for her there. Anyway, we will be going back to some more interesting clips from my tour very shortly, but this is Natalka's apartment in Dnipropetrovsk. Just basically one room with a big fat Australian tourist lying around the place and essentially talking business somewhere, and just waiting to actually sort of explore a little bit more of the city. Here we go. Okay, well, here I am walking the streets of Dnipropetrovsk with Oksana and Chompy, Big Chompy and Little Chompy. So right now we're going to try and find a sushi restaurant, do some late evening shopping, and just see if we can find people who actually can smile in Dnipropetrovsk, because everyone seems to be frowning and unhappy. So I don't know, we'll see. Okay, signing off. Well, hello, it's Borysyk and Chompy again. We're now actually going and fixing some...
Wait. We will go. We will see the marshmallow canal.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, here we are in the main road of Dnipropetrovsk. Here I am. There is Chompy again. And yeah, it's I don't know, this is actually not too bad by Russian regional standards. I have to say Russian rather than Ukrainian, because this is a Russian city. Aside from Natalka and Oksana, I haven't really heard anyone speak Ukrainian, which is a little bit disappointing, but I must admit not that surprising. But overall, look, it's quite acceptable right now. It certainly was a little bit of a question earlier on, so yeah, we'll just have to wait and see how it actually transpires. So onward, upward we go, and checking in a little bit later. Bye bye. Okay, Dnipropetrovsk, Thursday. Here I am with Chompy right there, and me. Hello. So just right now, taking a bit of a stroll down the centre of town, or close to the centre, I guess. So yeah, look, it's again very much Eastern Europe, but I must admit there are some fairly nice buildings here, pretty much equal you get anywhere else in Europe. But trouble is, you get these wonderful old buildings that are in pretty good nick most of the time, You get some pretty impressive new buildings, which are the things you see anywhere in Europe, but 80% of what you see is dilapidated Soviet era crap. So there's bright spots everywhere, but really this place needs a hell of a lot of actual civil re-engineering. And one interesting thing that was pointed out by Andrew Emmett, one of my mates from Maersk, was that a photo I put on the Facebook of gutters being without iron gratings is just basically people simply stealing them and selling the metal for scrap value, which is quite plausible. Anyway, okay, signing out right now, and speak to you soon. Bye-bye. It's an amazing deal by Western standards. Hello guys, and here we have me just having a quick chat via Skype to Shane, who's a friend of Metallica. He's an Australian guy actually based in Kiev, so he has a few businesses apparently he's running there, and I'm just basically having a chat to him for the first time there. So that's Shane for you. Just listen a little bit more of our train of conversation. Banking, systems, processes, also retail. But it's mainly just fixing broken companies, and I think there'll be a fair opportunities with that here. But again, it's a question of do I have something to offer that they understand, that they want, that they need, and critically that they're willing to pay for. So we'll see. Right. Very good. So what do you do? Natasha mentioned you actually have a gym, I believe.
Yeah, I've got a gym. It's not really my main business. My main business is share market.
Okay.
So I can do that anywhere, basically.
Yeah.
American and Australian share market.
Yeah, it's been an interesting ride last couple of weeks for everyone, or last couple of months for everyone.
Yep, it has. That's always interesting. There's always some people calling the end of the world, and that's I like those times.
Well, if you can predict it, those swings make you money, but of course if the other end is true, and it's quite the opposite. So that's the way it is. It's the game we play.
Yeah. So, Natasha. Nice to talk to you, Boris, anyway.
No problem, Shane. Talk to you soon.
If you're coming to Kiev, you could give me a call. I can catch up with you.
No problems. Well, hopefully I'll be. Well, here I am in Dnipropetrovsk again, just the station. Hello. Having a bit of a look around, wandering with Metallica, and yeah. Apparently she's done the smart thing and gotten us tickets to visit my family, but she hasn't got the return tickets. I could be stuck there forever with the cows, and well, really it's just with the cows, there's nothing else there actually, so yeah. Okay, we are now going to try and actually get something to eat. So, this fairly grey, but otherwise not too bad sort of day. We will see what happens. Signing out. Hello, well here we are again in Karl Marx Plaza. I'm here with my escort chaperone Oksana, there she is, and right now I am going to try and find that shop where we had the sushi last time, a few nights ago, and go there to do some more electronic shopping. Anyway, just was further down Karl Marx Plaza, and I really hate saying that word actually, but overall, yes, not too bad. So, some general electronic shopping. Must admit the buildings here are not too bad, and this is certainly one of the widest boulevards I've seen in a long time. So yeah, we'll see how we go. And yeah, hopefully we won't be sort of caught out in the rain actually. It does look a bit threatening up there. Okay, well there we are again, and I'll see you guys soon. Well, here we have a very happy Oksana looking at probably the most expensive sushi meal we've ever had. So this is sushi in Dnipropetrovsk. We will soon see what it tastes like. Take it away, Oksana. The approval of Oksana, this restaurant passes for test. I'll see you guys a little bit later. Well, here I am at Dnipropetrovsk station, here just with the family. Hello, Oksana, and we have Misha, his family, Max and Ilya and Nadia here, and we're just on our way to Borysyk. So that's right. She wants to be an actress here. So if anyone here knows anything about how to get into the movies, talk to her. She's much prettier than I am, much smarter actually, and yep, she'll take Hollywood by storm. So I'll be catching up with you guys again in a few minutes' time when we're on the train. Bye bye. Well, here I am on the train to Borysyk again with Oksana and our favourite ambassador, Angry Birds. Angry Birds is definitely along with the iPad, the best ambassador Australia's ever produced. It sort of brings everyone together. There we have Misha and family and 2 kids there, and we're just about to go. So 2.5 hours and I'll be in Borysyk. So will I survive? We'll see. Have fun. Okay, well here we are again at Borysyk station. This is actually looking quite nice around here, and had a very interesting thing with the rain earlier on. I didn't catch it, but there was rain on one side of the train, but other side was dry, and here we have a bright sunny day, and yeah, looking good otherwise. So yeah, this is it's not Borysyk, this is whatever she said. And yeah, we'll be travelling to Borysyk via car very shortly, and yeah, I'll update you on the way. So yeah. Okay, well, we're just going to take a bit of a walk around here, and okay, Oksana is still a bit sleepy, but yeah, okay. I have to admit, this is not too bad as things go. The station's certainly quite modern, as it was 2 years ago, so it can't be more than 3 or 4 years old maximum. Yeah, and I have to admit the pavement's looking quite good. Which you sort of notice these things here. I mean, normally you wouldn't, but when most of the stuff you actually see is broken to pieces, to actually encounter something which is pretty well made is quite nice. So yeah, overall quite good so far, but it's going to get a lot worse a lot soon. Well, here we are right now in the car. We are in a Daewoo Lanos circa 1990. There's 6 of us in the car. That was probably meant for maybe 4 people at the max, so it's getting a little bit cozy. Luckily I'm not the largest of guys here, so everyone's just stuck in the back there. And yeah, we will see. Anyway, let's hope we make it in one piece. Just noticed that some of the potholes here are big enough to stop a tank actually, so I'm not sure if this will actually come out, but we will just have a quick look. Yeah, there's a few of them there.
Też nada takie.
It's a challenging road, I'm sure, actually. Okay, signing out. Well, here we are coming up to... Oksana, which village is this? No. Okay, well...
Proszę się pyta?
Jak się nazywajcie?
Село Добропілля.
Dobropilya.
Добропілля, tak.
And yeah, look, it's not too bad. A good place to hide out if I ever get caught doing the things I do.
А тут грають зараз весілля.
And there's a happy wedding here actually, and thank God it's not me actually. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Dat may have now. And here we are in Borysyk. So we will now actually come clean out. One of the nice churches we have here. I've made it. And here we are, just everyone's waving here, that's it. And I'm about to sort of like spend dinner with the family, so see you soon. Well, hello, this is Boris again from the house of the Davydenkos, actually. It's Natalka's parents right here and her granddaughter, Natalka's mother, right there. And I'll be having dinner with the family, staying for a few days as a base before I go over to meet my aunt, my brother.
Боря, а яке? Яке пиво ти п'єш?
Pivo.
Незалежно від тебе. Якесь таке.
I've just been asked what beer I drink actually, and if I said Foster's, I would have got some blank stares. So any beer will do. So we will see what happens. I'm here for about 5 days, and I'll be trying to find an agent for my aspiring actress friend here, Oksana. Okay, signing out.
Квадратные. Каждый пишет, главная проблема на предприятии с его точки зрения. То есть каждый
Hello
должен
everyone,
написать.
we're having a debate about
Потом
Lean
это
Six
всё
Sigma
сортируется,
in Russian and
выстраивается,
Ukrainian,
и
so
кто, как бы, ну,
see how we go.
находится там самое
Это он
большее.
комментирует то, что мы разговариваем, да? Вот.
Hello,
На
Oksana.
третьем месте.
Бутылки убери, Ксюха, а то не видно меня. Вот тут где этот. Во. Только же не наливай себе.
Oh, Oksana and Shemna. Well, we've just finished a very nice meal with the family, and I explained a little bit about Australia, my job, and the type of work I actually do as a consultant. Found out a little bit more about how things work in Ukraine. So it's corrupt as I expected, and that's the way it is. And yeah, so we're just retiring to sleep right now. I have got a room with 2 little guys who are snoring like you wouldn't believe. So I'm going to stick some tissues in my ears so I can actually get some sleep. And tomorrow morning, I believe I'll just spend some more time here. And either in the evening or sometime in the morning, I'll actually be meeting with my brother and the friends, Vika and my auntie. So here we go. Good night. Well, here we are on a Sunday morning right now. I've had a reasonable amount of sleep. Everyone's just basically floating around, and
Доброго ранку.
Доброго ранку, that means good morning actually, and yeah, it's just a little bit of a madhouse around here, and today I'll be just visiting a little bit more of Borysyk, and we will then sort of like head off to my brother's actually, so need more sleep. See you guys later. Well, here we are again, actually, just in Borysyk. I keep forgetting the name here. I'm just going to go out a little bit of a walk around with Misha and family and friends. So, yeah, we will now go and have a look at some of the architecture around here. And, oh yeah, Soviet-era architecture. This is really not the sort of thing you'll see in Barcelona, but, well, it is what it is, and here we go. Okay, well, here we are in the sort of one of the main streets of Borysyk. Yeah, I've just been told it's actually not too bad here compared to some other areas, which is quite disturbing actually in many ways. But yeah, look, it's still sort of basically a very mild beginning of autumn here, but in the winter this turns out to be quite different, and you can't really see much now, but I can really see that when you have the snow and sleet it would get quite muddy and dirty. So yeah, we'll just see how we actually end up going here. So yeah, signing out. Well, I've just had my first experience with a Ukrainian outhouse. A hole in the ground. Smells beyond human description, and yeah. Anyway, we're now sort of
То є мерія. То є.
Maria. I have no idea what that is actually, but we'll see actually what it is. Oh, mayor. The mayoral house looks pretty decent by these standards. So yeah, interesting. I'm still in partial shock actually. I have to admit, I was wondering if I was in Africa for a second there, but yeah, this is Ukraine. That sums it up. Signing out. Okay, I'm just right next to a monument to the Chernobyl nuclear incident. Just zoom in a little bit here. So, yeah.
170 чоловік приймали участь в Білозерська в ліквідації цієї аварії.
what happened was that 170 individuals from this town of Borysyk went to fight the fires in the after the reactor caught fire, and it's a tribute to them. And here we have another great example of Ukrainian civil engineering. Apparently this road here saw some pipes being laid about a year ago, but unfortunately for some reason, even though they apparently budgeted a fair bit, somehow the money just didn't stretch to filling this hole here. It just stretches on and on and on and on. And so I just don't know where we're going right now. Yeah. Well, all I can say is this is quite a tribute to my mum, that she sort of like, well, you know, left the family behind and taken me away from all of potentially this. I mean, I don't know where I would have ended up in Ukraine, but God help me if I would have ended up here. A very, very poor city. However, I have to admit, I have seen the odd brand spanking new Japanese car, and yeah, so some people seem to be sort of like getting by, but most people here are dirt poor. So yeah, here we go. Okay, signing out. The other thing you tend to notice about Ukraine and civil construction is the bricks and mortar, i.e. that there's a hell of a lot of mortar and not a lot of bricks actually, so this does tend to actually make the thing structurally questionable. So yeah, strange. Okay, well, it's been about 2 years since I've been here, but this park is certainly quite familiar. Now I'll just take a bit of a spin around here. Yeah, so let's have another look. Okay, is this the Parka Heroim albo?
Jak?
Parka Heroim.
U nas nazwy немає, як
A,
такого
dobra,
парку.
tak było.
Парк міста Білозерська, ну і тут, де
This
там...
is the park of Borysyk, that's all it is. So, yeah, not bad. Okay. Okay, just standing next to one of the memorials for the Second World War here, one of many. Memorials in a bit of a disrepaired state, but people do lay flowers here on a regular basis, and it does seem to me that there's a lot more of a active memory than there is in the Western countries, particularly Australia, where the Anzac memory is pretty much limited to certain times of the year and perhaps for certain rare events, but here it's a lot more common and a lot more immediate, which is perhaps a good thing in some ways but really a bad thing in others. Alright. Another interesting thing to give a bit of an idea of the state of the country, you probably can't see it here, but this is actually just paint on the cement or concrete. The actual metal blades have been stolen here. They still are here. Here is just basically masonry. So yeah, that's a very sad indictment of the state of the country here. Yeah, look, it's flowers from a recent memorial, but it's just an absolute mess. So that's the way it is. Okay, here we have one of the heating stations that they use during winter. Coal power basically heats water and pumps water through the various piping systems you can actually see here, so people actually have water available during the sub-zero and way below sub-zero temperatures here. So I have to admit, I've had some bad air here and it's just really difficult for me to breathe, so I think I might be getting a better idea of why things are the way they are. Well, just right now we've locked ourselves out of the apartment, so that's looking quite good. And just out of interest, if this looks uneven to you, it certainly looks uneven to me. So a great testament to the building quality of the civil engineers here, I guess, actually. So yeah, well, we'll just see if we can actually make our way in soon. Well, here I am in Krematorsk. Actually, this is just sort of the, actually it's not Krematorsk, it's village where my family and auntie are, and I've just had another experience of an outhouse, and I've got a little doggy that's gonna kill me actually. So yeah, that's it. So yeah, just basically having a great time, and we'll just say hello there. Dobry din. Tak bo. Have fun. I dobry din. Hello, maleńki kotek. Tak bo. Well, good morning, it's Boris again. Just had a wonderful experience with an outhouse. It's pretty warm, but well, it's actually sort of warming up right now. It's a bit cold in the morning, so I'm just sort of outside the village of where my mum stayed, and I was actually conceived, I believe. I think it was the best idea to ever come out of this place, and nothing's improved since then, but never mind. Anyway, we have here the actual two churches right next door to each other. The one here is the Orthodox, and the one just behind me there, you can see, is the Uniate Catholic one. So overall, yeah, I've got to admit the roads here are a bit of a shocker. Yeah, not exactly the sort of thing you'd want to be driving on too often, but yeah, it looks a pretty rough neck of a world, but still can't deny that the soil I see, it's basically black earth, so certainly the fertility here is mind-blowing. I'll be very much looking forward to finalising, I hope confirming a deal I can sometime early next year as to growing some stuff here. It's certainly top-notch production, but logistics, well, different story. Okay, signing off. We just visited the grave of my father and also some other members of the family, including my maternal grandmother, just over further on there, and some other members of the family who've met some untimely ends. One of my relatives also through narcotics, which is not good, but that's the way it is. So, when that happens, it's certainly something that you have to do every time you're here. Alright, talk to you soon. Well, this is me about to see my brother getting mugged by a pup. Well, here I am with a cow. There's the cow, and believe me, that's about the most interesting thing to see here. I sort of spooked the cow a bit. Sort of doesn't really like me too much, so I'm not going to tempt fate, and you know, unlike most other people in Ukraine that look like me, I don't really have a handgun, so I really don't want to sort of like risk it, but yeah, so here we are. There was a bit of geese here earlier, and I tell you what, sort of like around Europe you'd have to go a long way to find a place that's more scary and depressing than this actually. But again, this is where a long time ago I came from here, generations ago. Sad thing is that nothing seems to have changed in about maybe 100 or so years actually, except for maybe a few electricity pylons, and I think that's about it. Anyway, that's me signing off and out of here. Have fun. And here I am being somewhat puppy mugged actually. Yeah, let's go. He doesn't like the camera. He doesn't like the camera. Hello everyone, I'm just here with my friends and family, Vika, my brother and everyone else. So I'll just be staying around this neck of the woods for the next few days and basically just having fun. So hello from Ukraine, and I'll be seeing you guys very shortly, so enjoy. And I just want to actually mention that yes, we do have a very big fat cat here. Big fat putty cat. Well, people might not be able to feed themselves, but they take care of their pets very well. No disagreement from my friend here. Toodles. Bye-bye. Hi there, it's Borys right here from the video diary, just with my friends and family in Kramatorsk. Може сказати, добрий день, вітаю з Австралії.
Добрий день, Борис. Ми раді, що ти до нас приїхав. Ждемо тебе ще у гості.
Everyone, she's saying that thank you for coming over, happy to host you here, and oh, she's so cute. Hello, hello. Oh god, she's lovely. Okay, well look guys, I'll check out with you tomorrow, and it's just basically 8:30 here in the evenings, and I'll be seeing you sometime soon. So, hello and goodbye from Krematorsk. Okay, greetings again kids. I'm just here with my brother Vika and friends. Hello from Australia. Oh, thanks very much guys. And this is actually a memorial World War II, but the Germans couldn't actually come in here, so again a very historic day. Memorial seems to be a lot better built than some of the other ones I had in Belozersk. And these are all the fallen soldiers here, just a little memorial plaque. And onward we go. Okay, and of course a very Soviet era sculpture right here. There we are, just further there. And I'm just looking at the convoy, yeah? C'est Mister?
А то Славяногорск.
Slanohorsk, well that's Slano Mountains I guess. So let's just have a bit of a look-see. Svyatogirsk I should say. Okay, let's just see what we've got here. A bit more.
Зараз ото, можливо зараз там буде краще видніше. То є монастир. Ото, видиш, ото так, ото під ним, там всередині, то будуть там як тунелі, там війну, ну вони, монахи тікали, ховалися під ним.
Yes, it was just a monastery that had a lot of underground tunnels that were used to hide from the Germans during World War II. And again, quite a spectacular sight, I must admit. We're going to have to sort of go down a fair bit actually. So, yeah, again, quite remarkable. Yeah, okay. Again, quite a spectacular view we have here, and yeah, again, quite a remarkable visage of the town. Again, there's some remodelling and repair work going on, but it'd be interesting to actually sort of go down and have a look. So we'll just be driving down there a little bit later on. And here we have this amazingly large, spectacular building, Artem, 1883, 1921, and a little bit of graffiti makes it a bit depressing, but yeah, otherwise not bad. Okay, signing out for now. I'll be back in touch when we're actually down there. Hi guys, here we are again with ladies, slightly more modest fashion sense right now. We're just making our way down the monastery right now, and had a bit of a walk. Apparently cars can't come through, pardon me, and yeah, we're just going to be slowly making our way down to the monastery. So, see you guys soon. Well, that guy's got more guts than I do actually, so good luck to him. But right, a spectacular view right now. Amazing. And here we go. And again, a pretty spectacular view around here. Unfortunately, we're not going to be let down to the main part of the monastery. This is certainly not the place if you got vertigo, so yeah. But anyway, this is a beautiful, beautiful church. And hold a second. Yeah, just glad I'm actually able to be here. So, yeah, amazing, absolutely amazing. This is really what Ukraine, indeed much of Eastern Europe, is all about. Magnificent architecture, old churches, some spectacular scenery, and thank God actually they're rebuilding this. From what I've just heard, the actual place we came down used to be old, pretty rancid wood, so yeah, not the best thing in the world. But here's the Donbass River just further on down there, sneaking its way around. So yeah, all over the place. So what a amazing sight. Just wish we could actually sort of go down there. I'm just tempted to actually jump the fence, but I'd get in a hell of a lot of trouble, and I actually haven't got enough cash on me to bribe anyone at the moment. So yeah, quite amazing. So here we go again. Okay, this is a all wooden monastery. Pardon me, an all wooden monastery. None of the elaborate gold inlays you see in some of the older churches. It's still quite remarkable, I must say. Again, wood is something that in Ukraine is very much of our key building material that's been used for hundreds of years, and God, they've become pretty damn good at it. So yeah, again, this is quite remarkable. Unfortunately, it seems to have been closed now, and we just had one of the monks driving past here. So overall, yeah, pretty amazing. I'll just have to flip here, see that I actually am in view here. So there we are. Amazing. So hopefully we can, no, we can't make it in here, but still quite nice to actually have a look at this. So here we go. Tak. A ja chodzę stanu. Trzeba troszkę zaty. And just taking a bit of a panoramic view inside here. Amazing sights. Spectacular. Everyone's looking pretty sheepish. So. Well, this is the monastery's aviary. Yeah, I never really would have imagined an aviary in a monastery, but this is Ukraine. And of course, the priests that take a vow of poverty doesn't stop it from a brand spanking new Toyota Land Cruiser. I thought it was the one I had back in Oz, actually. So, yeah, wonderful. Anyway, this is quite interesting. Peacocks, parakeets, and I think we've just got a rainbow lorikeet here. Yeah, lovely bird. And yeah, just not sure one thing. Tak, to australijskie to było. Tak, to ja muszę zabrać ze sobą. Ja muszę spróbować його завести до Австралії.
Він так тяжко їхав сутки.
Так, це є. Okay, we're just at the bottom of a monastery right now, and yeah, again, this is a little pagoda here, and just having a look around. Got the fish here. Over on the other side is supposedly a restaurant being built. Without the appropriate safety precautions by these guys, but never mind. I believe it will be a whole heap of who was it? People that are allied with Timoshenko and Yanukovych or something like that. So who knows? Okay, again, quite nice, quite spectacular, quite peaceful. So yeah, wonder what we're going to do right now. Okay. And here we are again, just outside the monastery. I'm just doing a bit of a twirl around here, and here's everyone else. So again, quite a spectacular view up there, and unfortunately the monastery is closed at the moment, so we can't actually go in, but maybe next time. So all in all, quite an amazing sight. So see you soon. Well guys, here's quite a lovely tradition in Ukraine. Apparently when couples get engaged or tied, I'm not exactly sure, what they do is they basically put locks here, and of course some of these are actually fairly elaborately engraved with names and everything. So what they do is they put the locks here, or padlocks, and declare their eternal love and throw the keys over the side, which I think is really cute. Of course, this bridge is quite famous for having a lot of guys a couple of months after marriage drowning, trying to retrieve the keys back, but that's the way it is. That's Ukraine for you. Well guys, here I am in my brother's apartment in Kramatorsk, and basically just down there you can see my nieces and nephews' school that's being rebuilt. hopefully they'll actually spend some money on the kids' school rather than sort of like saving up for a new Skoda Octavia or whatever the case may be, but such is life. Anyway, it's sort of like a bit of a bad light here, so I just go this way. Now you can see me. Now it gets a little bit crappy, but overall, there we have Krematorsk, or a certain part of it. As you can see, not much here, but when you sort of get to this neck of the woods, it gets a little bit more interesting. Certainly quite a lovely visage of the forest there. Fortunately, you do, even though you actually have a law that prevents people from burning, as you do have in various parts of Australia and the US, everyone seems to ignore the law. Yeah, shock horror. Anyway, I'll be taking some more photos of family and friends today, so yeah, I'll be basically just sort of doing the family thing, and which is the reason why I came in here, I think. Yeah, why not? See you soon. Hi there. Well, here I am with my two little nieces playing not Angry Birds, but Talking Tom, which I don't know how you can play Talking Tom, but here it is. They make him burp, fart, and do all sorts of things. So, gorgeous, so cute. But yeah, Talking Tom has proven far more popular than what I've been. Actually, basically, every time I'm here, they go run up to me and say, Talking Tom, and Talking Tom, I guess. But once again, the genius of Steve Jobs and some programmers comes through. They love him. As for me, yeah, who cares? Have fun, guys. Hello there. Well, this is my brother's family, his wife and little daughters right here. So they've been wonderful hosts, and I've had a great time finally catching up with them and having a chance to talk a little bit about Australia, finding out more about Ukraine, and making good friends with my good friend and their good friend, Talking Tom and Angry Birds. So it's been a really great time, and I wish I could stay a little bit longer, and hopefully things go well. Next year I'll be able to spend a little bit more time in Ukraine and of course with my family here. So I'll just basically grab everyone in screen. You can just wave, and this is Australia and the world will see you, all you girls. And you bit the Talking Tom? Talking Tom? Talking Tom? Менше більше так було. Добре. Котика так? They call him the Kotek, but that's alright. Anyway, I'll be sort of visiting the rest of the family right now, so you'll be seeing a bit more, and the guys. So, look, we'll basically sort of be catching up shortly. So, all the best, have fun. Bye-bye. Bye. Yeah. Right now, just saying goodbye to my brother and his family right here. So we have two little girls and everyone's sort of here, just saying farewell. So it'll be a few more months until I actually say hello to them again, but hopefully not too long. So right now we're signing out from Krematorsk. So I don't have no idea where I am actually, but anyway, be great, and a couple of months time, see you guys soon. Take it easy. Bye-bye. Hi guys, well, let's just say that I'm sort of like bidding my farewell to my family in the eastern half of Ukraine. They've certainly given me a special present to remember. Now, as you can see, here we have my big family. This is actually a photo taken from my last visit back around about 2 years ago with everyone. So this is actually quite a lovely present. I'm just going to have to be very careful not to ruin this if I iron it or wash it. So basically this might end up being a very smelly shirt, and I'm not going to unwrap it here, but we also have a very nice mug with a few photos taken from last year. Oh, my brother's about to unwrap it here. So that's right. So here we have basically me and everyone in the largest church in the Donbass region actually. So that's quite lovely. So basically I'll be again just saying my farewells today, and then heading on back to Dnipropetrovsk, and then on to Kyiv, and then the western half of Ukraine before coming back. So here we have everyone again, and everyone can just, there it is. Maxim just being a little bit shy there. Hello, Dopalachi, back to the wall. And yeah, so I'll take a few more shots, and we'll see what happens. Signing off for the moment, guys. Talk to you soon. Hello, it's Borys again, just with the family. Just about to say goodbye, make my way on the road to Borysyk. And we actually have to be very quiet to Krematorsk right now. And on our way to Borysyk a little bit later on. So we have another friend here with Christina and Matson, and Talking Tom being very popular. So, hello Christina from Prague, that's it. And I think I have one convert to Lean Six Sigma and Natalka and Baby here, so we'll just be very quiet. So basically right now we'll be making our way over now, and I'll be checking in with you guys a bit later. So bye-bye. Guys, just saying goodbye to my big brother right here, and as we flip and we go, I'll be bidding a farewell to someone much taller than me, actually, but so guys, I'll be seeing you, my brother again very shortly, hopefully 6 months time, but if not, definitely within a year. But I'll try and be in touch through his daughter Nastya on V-Contact. So once again, we bid farewell, and he goes back to his job tomorrow, and I go back to the Dnipropetrovsk, and then on to Kiev, then on to Lvov, then to Kiev, and God knows where. Okay, see you soon, guys. Cheers. Hi guys, video diary continues. Just driving back to the station, and just leaving Borysyk right now. It's quite a lovely evening right now. Sun's just about to set, and I'm very much looking forward to going back to Dnipropetrovsk and staying with Natalka and her lovely daughter, preparing for my trip to Kiev, and then on to Lvov, then back to Kiev and Dnipropetrovsk, and who knows where, maybe even Odessa. So we'll see. Guys, signing out right now. Hi guys, Borys again, and I'm just at the train station with Natalka's folks right here, and we're just getting ready to make a move from Karatovsk over to Dnipropetrovsk. So train should be arriving sometime soon. We're just at switch stations, and yeah, it should be sort of like quite nice. So it's just basically getting a bit dark here right now, as you can see, sort of like quite a lot of noise and motion. Just have another train arriving, and yeah, it does seem to be sort of like a little bit smoky and dirty in the air. So we've got a lot of diesel being pumped into the air, and maybe not a lot of motion either. Anyway, talk to you guys soon.
Hello, my name is Natalia Davidenko, and I would like to speak with you today about how important the English language is for all Ukrainians in their business.
One, two, three.
Hello, my name is Natalia Davidenko, and I would like to speak with you today about how important the English language is in helping you in your business career.
Stop.
Я думаю, что say it.
Hello, my name is Natalia Davidenko, and I would like to speak with you today about how important the English language is in helping all Ukrainians in your business career.
Hello, my name is Natalia Davidenko, and I would like to help you. I forgot, I'm sorry.
Hello, my name is Natalia Davidenko. Okay.
Hello, my name is Natalia Davidenko, and I would like help you. I would like to speak with you.
Okay. No, this is good. Just start. Just go.
And I would like to speak with you today. How important.
Look at the camera now.
Hello. Hello. My name is Natalia Davidenko, and I would like to.
Hello, my name is Natalia Davidenko, and I would like to speak with you today about how important the English language is in helping all Ukrainians in your business career.
Hello, my name is Natalia Davidenko, and I would like to speak with you today how important is the English language in helping you in your business career. And me too.
Okay. Hello, my name is Natalia Davidenko, and I'd like to speak to you today about how important the English language is in helping all Ukrainians in your business career.
Ні, зараз є. Давай, може, я тебе зроблю. Тепер ти
Зроби, говори.
Hello, My name is Natalia Davydenko, and I would like to speak with you today about how important the English language is in helping you in your business career.
Hello, my name is Natalia Davydenko, and I would like to speak with you today about how important the English language is in helping all Ukrainians in your business career.
Hello, my name is Natalia Davydenko, and I would like to speak with you today about how important the English language is for all Ukrainians in helping you in your business career. Hello, my name is Natalia Davydenko, and I would like to speak with you today about how important the English language is in your business career.
This is Kish getting a bird bath in the kitchen sink. Just a few drops, or you want to give him a bit of a shower? He definitely knows how to actually take a drippy shower, so yeah. Does the water have to be on, so can it be on faster, or doesn't need it?
Ні, ні, не думаю. Якщо буде швидше, він буде боятися, знаєш, так? Мені нервно буде такі, що по голові буде боляче. А він деколи він може так намокнути, що він не може літати, він може тільки бігати вже.
Okay.
Він дуже тяжкий.
There we are. So that's a bird bath,
Він вже не хоче.
and he's had enough, and yeah. Okay, well that's the quiche wash. So bye bye quiche then. Hi there, it's me just on a train now to Kiev. Chompy's right here, half asleep actually, just waved to everyone. That's it. So be about a 5-hour trip, and then actually just having lunch with a few friends and business acquaintances, and then on to Lviv tomorrow afternoon. So here we go. Hey guys, standing outside one of the roads right next to the stadium that's being constructed. In fact, all of Kiev appears to be one construction zone. Yeah. Traffic is a mess. This is just around about 4:45 on a Wednesday afternoon. Traffic is virtually gridlocked here. It's moving now for about 5 minutes. 10 minutes was the best you can expect to move actually. And I can only imagine what happens when they actually start 2012 World Cup here. Okay, well, hopefully there won't be a GFC and money dries up, because this will be just one massive rubble zone. Signing out. Hello, Boris again, just driving to Sambir right now, and it's way past midnight, so finally made it here, and yeah, I'll be seeing you guys very shortly. Hi there, Boris doing a report from Sambir. Here I am just at my family's... Dublane. Sambir is 20 kilometers away or something like that, but here we are. Okay, so we will now actually go and visit Mikola and see what he does for a living. So, here we go. Well, hi now, me again guys, and just here with Mikola and Luda, and basically just having introduced the good old world of carpentry. So here we have a well, a manual well, which will be finished up very shortly. It looks pretty damn good, I must say, actually. and yeah, could be quite nice. I didn't even think these things existed now, but in Ukraine anything is possible. Very nice work here. This building, on the other hand, appears to be structurally risky. Yeah, the beams seem to be rusted right through actually, and the rest of the place does appear to be a bit on the nose actually, so we better just take it easy, make our way out. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh, we're alive. Here we have some of the finished products actually, quite an interesting design. This is all solid timber, no particle board. And the one hiding behind the corner here. Have a slow look. Hi there, it's Borys right here, and I'm just in basically bar with Mikola and Luda, and we are basically pretty crowded here. There's a full house tonight. Yeah, so just enjoying my obolon, pivo, and we're just gonna have a bit of a chat about Ukraine and life and my kozacka rozvaha. I have no idea what that is, but I'm going to find out. So, I will see you later from this place. Hi, Borysyk here. I'm about to die. Я здохну скоро. Це Микола, твой Люда. И в нас робили горілки з медом. That basically is Ukrainian for...
Без цукру, самого меду.
This is actually a spirit made of honey. And look, I've got no idea what this is. I am possibly about to die, so yeah, or get permanent brain damage. So what I want you guys to do is to remember me as someone who did very stupid things before basically killing himself. So yeah,
Ти стільки не говориш, не стільки п'єш, скільки будеш говорив.
all right. I've just been told to shut up and drink it. So yeah, okay. Mikola, thanks for making this stuff, and here we go. Oh boy! Є добре. Це є добре життя. Цікаво, дуже цікаво.
Запити компоту. І що, добра горілка?
Я розум загубив тепер. Тяжко думати тепер.
Та ще не випив.
I've just been told I haven't finished it, so I've got to finish it. It's going to finish me. Так. Добре. So I'm confusing Ukrainian with English. Oh, yeah.
Добра горілка на смак.
Dobra horilka. I was asked if it's good beer for the taste, or good spirits for the taste. I've just been told that having some of this cabanossi will be good for me. Can't be much worse. Добре, що я ще живу.
А ти чого так нараз багато? Треба потрошки, а ти багато зразу випив.
Okay, Borys signing out. Hello, Borys again, and just with Miron and basically the family here, just driving in an old Lada on a road in near Sambir. Yeah, I want my Lexus back. yeah, it's an interesting drive, and we're just going to visit Miron's family right now, and hopefully we'll make it in one piece. So yeah, so yeah, basically here's the view out on the rest of the selo, or little village township that we actually have here. And there we are again. Actually, this is I never thought I'd be a rally driver in Ukraine, but yeah, here we are. Okay, I'll see you guys soon. Hi guys, and just me back again. We're just having a look at some more Ukrainian roads here. We just have to drive on the side because these potholes could stop a tank. So, yep, not bad. But supposedly for Euro 2012, some of these roads may be improved. So, bring it forward. Actually, this is quite a ride. Hi guys, Boris right here, just with the family now, and I will pan around to all the charming young ladies as we have here. Say hi to everyone in Australia and America and London and Singapore and Japan, and we have a few people back there. Hello, добрый день, так вот. So we're just catching up for a spot of lunch actually, which is quite big and very Ukrainian, and yeah, I'll be seeing you guys around very shortly, so anytime, have fun. Hi guys, well I'm just finishing up the video diary right now actually. We just had a very large meal and everything's still left over because there was, as is traditional in Ukraine, there's way too much food for all the people that showed up anyway, but that's the way it is. So we're just going to go on a little drive to the mountains right now, and I'll see a little bit more of Ukraine. And over the next few days I'll just be tidying up things here and hopefully helping a few of my friends make the move, and as we say in Ukrainian, всі люди може мати такі машини, як я маємо. Так от, що побачимо. Okay, signing out now, and до побачення всіх. Bye-bye. Hi guys, me again, just in the car with Miron and the three lovely ladies in the back there, and we're just going to go on a little bit of a drive, and wow, sorry, I just said that there's a hole here. I meant there's a big hole in the road. I didn't mean this place was a dump. Okay, so we'll just have a bit more of a look around the town, and I'll see you guys shortly. So meantime, here we go. Guys, here we are somewhere near the Carpathian Mountains. As I sweep around here, you've got the entire view, but you don't want to see me, you want to see the good looking girls. That's it. Ніхто мене не хоче бачити, всі їх бачити, так во. Ви теж дуже гарні, так во, що може так во. So now we're just going to have a bit of a look around and hopefully get a better view out there. So it's pretty amazingly beautiful. So yeah, glad we made a trip. Talk to you soon. Guys, this is looks like a bobcat. I honestly don't know, and we'll just take a bit of a zoom in of it. There he is. And there's one up lazing up there and one crawling around here, obviously bored out of its mind, and would definitely love to actually have the cage there internally, probably eat us alive here actually. Yeah. Vika, this is for you. There we are. Vika дуже любить такі котики того. Чекай того. Okay, that's it with the bobcats, and не могли щось цікаво робити. О, так було. Ні. Не хочеш щось їсти, може, битися? Ні. Не хочеш? Не хочеш. Guys, just taking a little bit of a view around here, and yeah, this is quite impressive. This used to be a government rest and recreation, and now it's been brought out by private interests. And interesting. We'll have to find out who actually owns it. So there's a hotel actually further on back there, which we can't see here, that's being built by boxing champion Klitschko. And this area here, I do have to find out a little bit more. So wedding reception right there, and otherwise quite nice. So yeah. Vika, це є проблема, що намагатися з нами того. Ми маємо ту велике котика до тебе. О, де він є? Ходи сюди. he's a smoker. I think he smokes too much. Це є великий котик. Також. So here we are again, and ще можна так воду ставити. І ззаду його бачите там во. Він там тепер лежить, he's just lying up there, he's tired and doesn't want to do too much. So, yeah. Anyway, come on. Oh, no, I think he's out for the day. Okay, thank you. Just traveling near a very interesting new church. Hi guys, we're just going down to Truskaversk Court, whatever. It's a nice little town, just very close to where the sanatorium was, where we just were at. So I'm just going to find out a little bit more about it, and here's everyone of a crowd here. And oh, yeah. Oh, streets are fairly narrow, almost just knock some people out actually, but yeah, pretty nice I have to admit actually for this neck of the woods. Yeah, certainly a bit fresher than around Dnipropetrovsk, a little bit nippier, but that's the way to be expected. So yeah, so down we go. And here we go again guys, quite a nice panorama view. And onward we go a little bit further down to the town centre. Guys, just in the Lviv markets right now, and you can just see around here we actually... Oh, sorry, just didn't know it was on. So we're just in Lviv markets right now, and a lot of artists around here, and the crowd again. So, yeah, quite nice. Not sure if this is real or printed artworks, but yeah, closer look.
Що як тебе не видно, що ти відчільовуєш? Та його видно і
Трошки видно тебе. Так во.
Я не люблю зніматися.
Так во. Це буде бачити зустрічатися завтра ще?
Ні.
Ні.
на другий рік, як
На
підеш.
другий рік
щоб
так во. А може навіть треба чекати. Hi guys, me again, and we're just pulling out on an early morning on a drive to Lviv. Just be here with Myron and Irenka. So here we go. Hi guys, Boris right again with the ladies right here, and we're at the metro. I have no idea why, but I guess we're going to find out here. So here we go. This is, by the way, I've just completed shopping with the ladies right now. We've just got a Winchester drive, and I've just had a bit of a look around one of the large department stores around Lvov, and we're just getting our way to the city centre right now. Quite a nice day. It's warmed up a lot since the morning, so seeing you soon from the centre. Hi. Well, basically, a video update. We've got some very happy girls here. We've got one Winchester, which apparently means a hard disk drive from her, and we now have another iPad fan for Irenka here. She just got an iPad 2, and I think it was Talking Tom that convinced her to actually get it. So we have another Macintosh iPad Apple convert in Ukraine. My job here is done. Okay, just getting a bit of a walk around now, and I'll update you shortly. Have fun. Okay, just driving in the cobblestone streets of Lviv, and yeah, pretty bumpy actually. Just moved out a bit now, and here we go again. Really need a good suspension for this one. Ouch. So here we go, further down, looking pretty good. Okay, just sort of out right now actually, and with the ladies and Myron, just about to take a little bit of a trip further down into Lviv. So here we go. Just a little bit more of the centre or sort of close around it. And there we are. This is the Lviv city train, whatever. And a tour in front of it. Continuing on, more of the streets of Lviv. Everyone else here is having a really interesting time, and yeah, just sort of like trying to find that sushi restaurant that I was last with Oksana about 2 years back. So here we go. Not a bad place to be actually on an autumn day. Further on there we have a couple more of the churches, and we're looking for a fly fishing shop actually right now, but unlikely to be open at this time of the day. And we also may have to look at our old sushi restaurant, so we'll try and find that. Well, we're now trying miso soup actually for the first time, for a long time. So what do you ladies think? Mixed reactions. Well, we'll continue on. And here we have our sushi finally arrived, and everyone's about to try it all here. So here we go. They've been warned about the wasabi, so we'll see how everyone gets on. In the meantime, bye bye. And here we are in one of the main square in Lviv. Quite a nice sight, and we have Irene taking good care of her iPad there. And we're just waiting to meet some friends of Oksana right now. So here we are panning around right now, just with everyone. Well, we're just strolling down Lviv right now, the main square. I'm trying to get a Wi-Fi signal, but not having much luck. So I hope that they like having me around, because if I don't get a flight out of here, I might have to stick around in Lviv for a little bit longer, which is not such a bad thing actually, I have to admit, but we'll wait and see. Yeah, we just heard a couple of older guys arguing there. Yeah, wonderful. Okay. Still no Wi-Fi signal, so who knows? Okay. Just going closer to the town hall. And here we are in front of the little theatre again. Yeah, very nice. Not so nice, but never mind. And the opera theatre here we have, again, a bit of a very impressive building, and shows the caterpillar excavator here. But yeah, all of the facilities around here, especially the older buildings, are getting a bit of a revamp for Euro 2012, and this building certainly looks a lot more impressive when I last saw it, so quite good. Okay, signing out for the moment. Cheers. Well, here we are, just going down further. We'll have to book a ticket out of here, so heading off to Kiev for lunch with Jesper, ideally on Tuesday, and we'll see how we go there. So, here it is. Thank you. And just walking a little bit more on the streets of Lviv, and
Вхід в Болт, єдиний вхід в тут річка під нами.
This is a basically a river underneath us, so може ти пливати під ніч, або щось таке.
І коли Колись тут була міська стіна проходила.
Okay, there was a wall barrier here.
А тут вже текла річка, яку засипали, зробили центр міста.
So they basically sanded it up and made the centre of the town over the river. Strange. Just looking at the wall now, which used to be the beginning and the end of the city. Here we have. This used to be the centre of the town actually, but it was burnt. It used to include a library, but it's now been rebuilt. I don't know sure how long ago. So, and just more afternoon revealed entertainment here. So quite impressive, I must say. Yeah. Here we are at one location which I'm not really sure of. It's pretty high up. There's a car here. Not sure how it got here. Yeah.
Просто на пружинах, нормально сідаєш.
Amazing. Lovely view, mate.
Все, теперь биби
And I'll just swip this around and hi there. So we're just now having a bit of a examination of some amazing sights in the Lviv, and this is pretty crowded, pretty cozy. Don't think we'd actually be allowed to do this in the West, but never mind. Quite impressive a view, and yes, I'll see you, assuming I actually survive the descent. Okay, just saying goodbye to Lviv this time. Just about to actually head off, back drive to the Sunbill for my last night in town before I head off to the train station tomorrow morning and on to Kiev. Try to get a flight was impossible. So yeah, such is life actually. Alright, we'll see how we go. Chat to you soon. Bye-bye. I'm just saying goodbye to the younger crowd here actually. They've showed me a very nice side of Lviv, and all I can say, guys, thank you very much, and I hope to see you again in around about 1 year's time or sooner. So in Ukrainian, дуже дякую, що ви показали мені дуже гарне місто Львову. Я б хотів трошки довше бути, але я не планував добре, я не міг. Дурак. Можна дурак трошки більше буде. То побачимо того. Окей. Дуже дякую, побачимо. See ya. Just driving back to Sunbury now. It's just before 7 o'clock on the evening, still fairly light. Irina's in the background now, just looking a little bit tired and bored actually, and Miron's driving. So we'll be picking up the tickets today from Kiev to Dnipropetrovsk. So I expect to be there sometime on Wednesday morning and just finish up my trip to Ukraine there before heading back to Oz for 2 days and then off to Seattle. Well, some very nice countryside, and again, sometime next year, hopefully I'll be back here, and I don't mean middle of the year, hopefully much sooner, but we'll have to see how it goes. Okay, catch you guys. Well, we've just stopped for a bunch of cows actually. And yeah, so we will wait until the cows come home. Hi guys, well, just saying goodbye to the family here over in the village. So I'll now be travelling over to Kiev to have lunch with Jesper tomorrow, my old mate from Minsk. So in the meantime now, everyone's been very kind. I really appreciate here. I've been fed well, fed a little bit too much. But finally I did the right thing and fixed that iPad up. So yeah, we'll see what happens. So meantime, farewell, goodbye from everyone here. До побачення, дуже дякую вам. And I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys in a few days' time from Kiev, and then from Dnipropetrovsk, and then Sydney, and then Seattle. Have fun. Bye bye. Hi guys, me again. Just taking a look now at some helicopters here at a base. Interesting ones here. Here they are, a bit of a better view. You can just see these little buggers off in a distance. So you've got a various collection of MIs. Can't really make them out here, but probably MI8s, and probably, no, I can't see any 24s here. These are all white, so they're UN probably. And apparently there were some hinds here earlier, and actually there might be those in the background. I just can't make them out at the moment. But anyway, that's a little bit of military history of this area. So yeah, good stuff. Okay, bit of excitement now. As best you get around here. Hi there guys, it's Boris here with my old mate Jesper from Immerse Poland, who's now immersed top in Ukraine. About 15 seconds ago we were almost killed by a Ukrainian ambulance. The irony is not lost on anyone. So we're just doing a bit of walking around, having a chat, catching about the old times right now, and trying to avoid being hit by ambulances or other things like that now. So update coming up soon, and see you guys later. Ukrainian ambulance, driver asleep. Guys, here we are at the Belvedere Hotel in Kiev, and just looking at a pretty spectacular view on an amazing autumn day. Jesper's been very kindly taking me around town, showing me a little bit about Kiev and telling me a bit about business in Ukraine. Very interesting, and yeah, basically a couple of people around here you probably don't want to have their photo taken, so we get the shit beaten out of us, you will know why, but amazingly enticing views, so certainly worth doing a couple of little deals here to make sure you can actually get a place. We have St. Sophia just a little bit further on there, and wow, amazing. Okay, well, here we are. Oh, a second, just sit here. That's it, and don't see if we can get. And here we go. Okay, just continuing on our little tour of the better parts of Kiev. The Belvedere restaurant, I have to admit, it's certainly not the place where you get people that spend most of their lives in the back of the villages. Some very nice Bentleys and Lexuses and BMWs and Mercs floating around here. We'll just see if we can quietly video this without getting shot at. So here we go. Over the next few seconds, have a look at the better part of Ukraine. That's one of the smaller bridges. How many bridges are there around this place?
3 or 4 in the center. Only for nature, not for cars. It's too big.
I know. Tina Chiara, that's the one I was thinking about. She was a Danish model. And here we have Kish again, taking his weekly shower. Oh yeah, he's enjoying that. Okay. Ouch. And here we have Misha, his wife, and 2 sons with a little bit of a birthday celebration. So the next few minutes of the video is this entire fairly funny family celebration where there was a bit of a boxing match and a few other things here. So enjoy the family love. Talk to you soon, guys. Bye bye.
Максим, ее надо мне дать. Нельзя зубами.
Зубами можно, чем угодно. Помогайте себе как хотите.
Ногами, ребята, попробуйте. Разворачивай, Максим.
Ну, друзья хорошие будут, старайтесь.
Получилось!
Максим! Только ты будешь не на ковер уронить, а Максима накормить.
Я понял замысел Макса. Капитан Смолет.
Сейчас.
Говорит что-то слова из мультика, да? Можешь описывать, какой он, просто его имя не называй. Помнишь, как мы играли? Рассказывай, какой он. Может, какие-то фразы из мультика говорить, просто его имя не называй и все.
Можно сказать, с кем он дружит?
Можно, все что угодно про него.
Он дружит с драконом.
С драконом.
Вот.
Да про меня не
Правильно! Я хотел палку взять подсказку, но это удобрение такие.
Потому что это болталось в середине.
Водяной.
Правильно.
Кто?
Водяной.
Я водяной. Ты, может, и не видел.
Я видел, это было так.
Сможешь?
Вот это он.
Чего? Ты был в
Ну я хочу кого я сам люблю.
Смотри.
Кого же ты?
Ну,
Так она, наверное, не получится.
сейчас получится.
Теперь я.
Нет, теперь я.
Правая нога на синий.
Правая нога.
На синий. Сзади тебя есть синий.
А, я не видела.
Илья, правая рука на зеленый.
Правая рука на синий. А зеленый нет.
Сзади у тебя.
Сзади,
есть.
да. Миша,
А что ты толкуешь? Сзади стены держишься.
Там мы тут все уже друг за другом.
Максим, правая нога на синий. Да, на синий.
Это кто?
Сразу легче как-то стало. Вот так вот.
Наташа, правая нога на синий. Нету синих, да?
нет.
Нету.
Ну а что
Так,
может?
сейчас. Правая нога.
Синий. Вот два. Кому вот?
Сможешь повернуться?
Так это нереально.
Не,
Если
это
рука
только
на красном.
выбиваешь.
Это легче
Это
стало.
нереально.
Если нет, то мы бываем.
Бывает. Так а куда? Ну синий
Вот
вон в другом
правая нога
конце.
на
Ты понимаешь,
синий.
что туда вообще
За
не
моей
будет?
Теперь я. Ну а я.
Левая рука
А
на
я
зеленый.
же не-
Левая рука на зеленый. Ты. Левая. Да,
Ой, это даже-
левая.
Ну,
У Надюши все позы на растяжку.
так.
Игорь, левая нога на зеленый. Здесь на зеленый. Надя, правая рука на синий.
Часу не есть.
Теперь я.
Левая рука на красный.
Ну что ты выбрал?
Чего?
Все.
Ну как мне по-другому?
На маму вытолкнул.
Да, меня свалил.
Нет, ну я еще не упал.
Правая рука на синий.
Кто, я?
Да.
Игорь.
Я походу.
Игорь, правая?
Я?
Синий. Да.
Долго продержалась, молодец.
Так, Марина. Левая нога на зеленый. Левая нога на красный. Нога.
Вон красный.
Левая.
Это и тут
А ты
есть.
можешь через Мишину голову.
А вот
Поосторожней с советами.
Видишь, Оксана, как тебе легче.
Ну быстрее там.
Кто ж тебя так... Папа.
Ага, Миша, может мы чайку сходим попить?
Правая нога на желтый. Папа, что тебе?
Ой, вот.
Так, Надя. Левая рука на синий. Вот да есть.
Вот, может,
Вот тобой зеленый.
Правая на зеленый? Да.
Тебя
Я, конечно, могу попробовать.
Пробуй. Так, давай. Оксана. Не, Максим, левая рука на желтый. Давай. Дальше. Левая нога на зеленый. Леша, разве покачиваться можно? Меня за это выгнали,
Да
например.
я Максим спал.
Правая рука на желтый.
Получите. Куда?
С днем рождения тебя! Ура!
Желание загадываешь?
Сейчас на меня все
Пудра.
Спасибо. Все.
Молодцы!
Молодец, забыл. Ай, Макс помогал.
Да. Макс быстро так сориентировался.
Макс вовремя ущипнул.
Опа. И все, я пошел.
This is straight on YouTube.
Покажи.
Зіркою Ютуба.
Да, 4
Ютуб
роки.
Старс.
Мама, останови.
Guys, just saying goodbye to Michelle and the family, and I'll be seeing everyone again in about a few months' time. So, до побачення and bye bye. Bye bye. And here we have some kids dancing, and don't really think that we actually have too many possibilities for Ukraine's Got Talent. Anyway, this was my last day in Dnipropetrovsk, or one of my last days, before I flew out. So it was nice to see some kids having fun whilst the weather was still barely tolerable. Actually, it was pretty good for most of the time, but it began to get quite cold in the last couple of days I was there. So, almost over and out, but a memorable trip. Very much enjoyed. Guys, it's Borysyk here and Chompy just there looking at a distance. We're now travelling on the way to Kiev before I fly back to Sydney and then on to Seattle. 2 days, so not much rest here for the weekend. Anyway, just been a very interesting trip, found out a lot more about the country, and hopefully I'll be coming around again very soon. So goodbye from me, goodbye from her, and goodbye from these fertile fields. See you soon.